Okay, so this is Google Classroom. If you've not seen it, it's literally just become available to some early people who've been invited to it, who signed up for the sort of trial thing. So you'll get a little email, perhaps, and you will be able to click on that email link, and it'll take you to classroom.google.com, where you need to be signed in with your school account that you signed up for it. First thing it does is prompt you to create a class. There's a click create. So I've created a test class. I've just called it Chemistry AS, and it appears as sort of a little square like that, and it's saying that class folder in Drive. Okay. So has it created a class folder for me in my Drive? What did we call it? We called it test class. Let's see if there's a test class folder. Oh no, we've got a folder called Classroom, and within Classroom it has created test class. So that's where stuff, I'm guessing, for your class lives. Alright, so I've got that. So I click on that and it opens up that test class folder. Okay, so it's just an empty folder in my Drive at the moment. And I can click on this class and you get a sort of a funky thing. Click on students. I've added one student to this called test student, which is a test account. You can click on add students, and if you add students it browses your contacts. So I'm not going to pull that up because obviously I don't want to show off lots of people's email addresses, but it browses your contacts, and it also browses groups that you belong to, which is handy if you've already created a class group, or you've used something like Teacher Dashboard that creates your class groups for you, so you can add students as a group. I haven't tested that, but I will do. But this is enough for a demonstration. So I can click on a student and send them an email from here. Click on that, and I'm guessing it just takes me to my mail. Yeah, it just loads my mail. Okay, and sends an email to that particular student. So that's all that does. It's got the mail option next to the name. So I go back to stream. We can make an announcement. Can we make an announcement? Share with your class. Hello all. And you can post stuff and upload a file to attach. You can browse your Drive, which is see how all that works. Okay, so it browses my Drive just like you normally get. You can get something from YouTube. What does that do? Attach a link. Alright, okay. So you can paste the link in there. That's fine. So I'm just going to post. And there we go. Hello all. So let's have an assignment. Tells me, do I want a quick tour? I think I'll probably work it out for myself. So test assignment. So test. Task, description of assignment, do lots of work about chemistry, due date, and we get calendar, we're going to have a time, I don't know, do we get a clock? Oh yes, there we go, 1 AM, there we go, daft time. And let's choose something from my Drive and see what happens. Okay, let's have some instructions on how to wipe a USB stick. Okay, sharing settings. So I reckon I've got that. So students can view the file, students can edit the file, or make a copy for each student. That's very similar to what the Parateacher dashboard does. So I'll do make a copy for each student, and I'm going to assign that. Okay, so there we go. We can add a comment to that assignment. Post that. This is a code that allows you can give that to students and they can join upcoming assignments, and that's kind of about it. Relatively straightforward and simple. And if I go up here, I can go to home, and that's where I can create a new class. Let's just see what settings brings up. Email notifications. I'm not sure what notifications you get, it doesn't say. Change your password security option. No, that's okay. So if you click on home, that takes you to that class, and you can click on add, create class, or join a class. So that seems to be all there is to it from the teacher's point of view. If I fire up an incognito browser window and let's just remind myself of the URL. Classroom.google.com. Yeah, I'll remember that one after a while. Now, I'm guessing the student signs in with the same URL. So I'm going to log on as that test student, just so we can see what's going on from the student's point of view. And I'll try and remember the password for this account. See what happens. Right, well, this is looking good, and there I am, and I'm there, which is great. Upcoming assignments, test task, and let's just have a look in the student's drive and see whether we can see something being created by this. So classroom and test class, and there's nothing in there at the moment. Okay, so go back to classroom, click on test task, thinking about it. Assignment details. Check the assignment details tab to see your teacher's instructions and materials for this assignment. Add files to your assignment. You can choose add, or choose an existing file, or choose. Okay, next. Turn in assignment. Okay, I think I've got that. So what can I do? I can create a document, a presentation, a spreadsheet, or a drawing. I've got this document, which is a really exciting one about wiping a USB stick. This item is in test class. Oh yeah, so it is. So it's so the resources do get put into the class folder, which is great. It gets automatically created. So that's very good. So we go back to here. So I could edit this and turn that in as the assignment, So I'll say hello Mr. Nixon, and if we go back to this one, each student signs a page like this. Okay, got it. So this student hasn't turned in this assignment, and there's a message saying hello Mr. Nixon. So it all seems to work quite slickly so far. Let's create, I don't know, creating. Okay, so it's created a slides presentation, and I'm presuming it's created it in that folder. So let's just open up that slides presentation, and it's in test class, which is great. Okay, so how to wipe a USB stick. Okay, well I'm not going to do any more than that. We'll close that, and I guess I turn it in. Can't do a site. Can I add? Oh, I can add a link, so I could create a Google site, I guess, and put in a link to the Google site, or I could upload other stuff, or add stuff from other places in my Google Drive as a student, and click on turn in. And if you turn in this assignment, you'll lose the ability to edit these files. Add a private note to your teacher. I really like wiping USB sticks. So I can't select one, just selectively one. I'm going to turn both of them in. So let's turn it in. I'll hand it in. It's a very American way of putting it. I can unsubmit it. So presumably if I wanted to think, oh actually I hadn't done that, I could just click on unsubmit. But let's just see what's happened from the teacher's point of view now, and that has come up as turned in. So I've got a 1 to 100 points value that I can assign as a grade. How do I actually look at the stuff it turned in? Alright, no, it's just popped up. So there's a sort of tiny little bit of a lag there. So I can click on that test task now. Okay, that's cool. So I can look at that. And let's just look at the sharing settings on this, see what it's doing. So test student can view, and I'm the owner of it. There you go. And the messages are there. So there's a little message going back. Grades. Grades. I'm not entirely convinced. Oops, what have I done? Okay, I just clicked on that document. So, grades. No. Oh, this is the points value, so you can... okay, I'm not quite sure what it means by points value, and I might be being really dense on how to give it a grade. Oh, hang on, no, there you go, you click on it, so I can give it, type in whatever I want, I think. So let's say, I don't know, level 6. Whoops, I clicked on that link again. Please enter a numeric grade. Alright, okay. So I've got to add in a number, I don't know. 45. Oh, right, okay, so I get it. So it's out of a number. So if it's out of 100, update. So, so I don't know, 89 out of 100. So you give a points value out of up to 100. I can see that being of questionable value in the UK because of course you're not meant to give them point scores for work typically, but anyways, you don't have to give it a points value, you can just give some comments and comments in the documents fairly obviously. Let's just go and see what's happened from the student's point of view. Turned in. I'm just wondering if we refresh this page, do we get to see how many points we've got? No, I don't want to do that. Tasks, how's it going? Add comment. It's turned in, unsubmit. Maybe it stays open until the date that's due the 19th, so maybe it stays open until then, and maybe that's when the assignment details. Working chemistry. Okay, anyways, so that's kind of a brief look at it, and I've never done any of this before, so if I feel it sound a little bit hesitant, I've got 1 turned in, 0 turned, okay, fine, and I've got my announcements there. So, I mean, it's quite slick, it seems to work really well, and yeah, there we go. Very simple to use, really. I can imagine that some people I'll need to explain this to in quite a bit of detail, but I think the vast majority of people will get it more or less straight away, and it's quite nice how everything populates in the folders. This is my test class folder, and test task. Okay, so that's that student's piece of work that's been turned in, and that's telling me that's the template that it's created to copy out into all of these students, I'm guessing. Anyways, that's what it looks like. I'm going to have a little bit more play with it with some real students now and see what they make of it.